The following is a presentation of the Miracle League Sports Network.
Welcome back, everyone, to Baseball Brain, the Miracle League Emergency County podcast. We haven't done this in a while. The last episode that we did was the bonus for our Field of Dreams program with the Miracle League of the South Hills. So we are really excited to bring this podcast back. But before we get started, we do want to notice, or we do want to say how many minutes and all that stuff we did end up recording in 2021, or in 2022 rather. So if I can pull that up really quick, that would be awesome.
While you're doing that, buddy, we have a new co-host with us.
Yes, we do.
Mr. Cole Bigger has joined the Baseball Brain podcast. Cole, welcome.
What's up? What's up, everybody?
Classic Cole. Classic. We're happy to have you on, man. I'm hoping that you bring some energy and excitement to this podcast.
Oh, trust me. I bring energy and excitement wherever I go.
You had the opportunity to represent us a while back in October when Miracle League was recognized as the nonprofit of the year by the Hamilton Township Economic Development Advisory Commission. That's a lot of words.
Yeah.
That is.
Is there an abbreviation for that? No. I'm sorry. Did
Hamilton EDEC. They shorten it up to Hamilton EDEC.
Oh. Well, let's just stick with that for now. We're going to waste our time saying that name than actually talking.
So, here is our 2022 wrap, it's called. In 22, you did your thing, the people loved it, is what it says. In 2022, let's see, we created 226 minutes of new content in 2022. That's more than 44% of other creators in the sports category. So that's really impressive considering we only did like 5 episodes. You can't hear us, but we're clapping right now. It's really happy for us. So we
well, I'm happy for you guys too. This is a great thing that we're doing.
So I want to see if we can guess the number one episode. So as I can see the number one episode, I download the our certificate of how many views we got this year.
That'll be interesting. I'd love to see how many views we got.
Travel. So we even had. So as I pull this back, I don't know if this is true. This is the one part that I'm not sure if it's always true or not. But your top country was the United States, and they want to know where we're going to go to next year. Which I have a feeling that we're going to stay in the U.S. Still, you had 139% more listeners completed to your average week. Something magical happened between July 24th and July 30th of 2022. So that was our number one week. What are Baseball Brain listeners like exactly? That's actually a question that I have. So as I don't really know how to calculating listeners' your listeners' podcasting personality is next. Your podcast saw a lot of gains this year. We had 40% followers and 9% of hours. I don't even know what you mean. Baseball Brain, thank you for sharing your podcast with the world.
Oh yeah.
There you go. So Harrison, let's have a conversation. And now that you've shared some of those statistics, how do you feel about this podcast and the direction we're going?
I think it's really cool. Speaking of sharing, we made something special for you. Celebrate with your fans. So I'll send you this. But we have an orange one. Or I just selected the orange one. But there's going to be a special certificate that's made. Something that will culminate all the baseball brain stuff this year.
There you go.
That will be made. So we can either go with an orange one, a purple one, or a black one. What do you guys want? For this certificate, do you want a orange, purple, or...
Let's go orange, Harrison, just for the sake of it.
Orange?
Wait, I was kidding. Hold on. What was what were the colors again?
Orange, purple.
Honestly, I think I might go with purple.
Yeah, go purple then.
So we have, of course, our spring 2022 season, our Miracle League winter workout, and a pretty big one. As you guys know, in August of 2022, we had the Miracle League of the South Hills from Upper St. Clair, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, come to us for this Miracle League Field of Dreams tournament. And our goal was to go back to Pittsburgh this year. But guess what? We got a little help. So, on July 29th through August 2nd, let's not wear and let's go down to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. I don't know as far as the transportation going to go, but Dan's trying to figure that out. So, Dan, if you want to talk about any of that?
Yeah, there's not much, unfortunately, to share just yet. We're working on the details. Tim from the Miracle League of South Hills is going to have some meetings with the guys down in Pigeon Forge. So in the next 2 weeks, we'll have all the details on what it's going to look like, what it's going to cost. But the plan is to send our Miracle League travel team down to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, where we'll be in a tournament that weekend of July 29th, like you said, against the Miracle League of South Hills, the Miracle League of Sioux City in western Iowa. And then there is a fourth Miracle League. I can't quite...
It's the Cincinnati.
Cincinnati, that's right, Cincinnati. The Nux Hill family Miracle League will be joining us. So that's four of some of the best Miracle Leagues in the country coming together in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. So by the end of January, we're gonna have details for that. And what we're gonna need to do to fundraise and have fun. But Harrison, you got to be a part of that. You got to be a part of that event briefly, and then Cole, you got to participate in it too. You were a player on that travel team. What was that experience like for you, bud?
It was great for me. I honestly enjoyed it a lot. I love playing baseball with you guys. I had a really good time playing baseball with you.
It seemed like you guys were all having a blast. And Harrison, you went around. Now I told you that was my favorite podcast that you did, interviewing everybody there. It was so cool. It was just a great experience, and we're going to keep doing that. That's all what it's all about. We want to make these experiences so that you guys can play in it, you guys can advertise and do your podcast. I mean, that's creating opportunity.
That what I actually want to do is we did talk about, me and you briefly on Wednesday, we did talk about going to doing some of the podcasts at the game so we can get players on and stuff, which I have no problem doing.
Yeah, I think that would be really cool this year.
And I think that would be a way better opportunity to get players on rather than reaching out and actually having them join.
Yeah, like we said the other day, go to the source. If we know that's where the kids are going to be at the field playing, let's just go to the source and interview them there.
Yeah, and I do think that in 2 weeks when we do have all that information, we should have him or Sean on so they can talk to us about it as well. I know we have our Miracle League winter workouts at Trenton Thunder Stadium coming up. That was another thing that you talked to me about possibly doing some podcast stuff there.
Yeah,
we
absolutely.
Got spring 2023 season, and then we got one major one in November 3rd through 5th, we're going down to Delray Beach, Florida.
That's right.
And we're going
Florida.
we're going to fly to Fort Lauderdale, and we're going to do the annual Miracle League All-Star game.
So even better yet, we're gonna fly right into West Palm Beach. They have that airport takes you right in nice and easy. Fort Lauderdale, you got a little bit of an extra drive after that.
Wait, hold on. We're going to Florida?
We're going to be sending our national all-star to Florida this year. So you guys have the opportunity to put your name in to be the representative for the national all-star weekend.
I'm definitely going to do that because I meant to do it this year, but I just didn't because I was scared about it.
Are you sure? I thought there was a conflict. I thought you guys had a family vacation that weekend.
No. But
my grandparents live in Florida.
That's another.
Ooh, there you go.
That's another time where we could. I could possibly. I mean, it'll be hectic, but I could possibly do a bonus podcast down there if I go.
That would be awesome.
Because
fingers crossed. You gotta submit your name when I put the information out in March.
I am my name this time.
I love it. Good. You should. Don't ever be afraid of that.
I've loved it. So, speaking of that, while we're on the topic of all the travel baseball, do you have any other travel tournament schedule?
Nothing scheduled yet, but what I'm starting to do is I'm reaching out to see if there are any other Miracle Leagues that are interested in coming to us, and we couldn't make the timing work.
This place called Coleman in Florida. What were we sending?
So,
where were we gonna send our best player or something?
Well, remember we pick at random, so we'll have a bunch of people submit their names to be the national representative. Remember, this past year was Matt Susnovich. He got selected randomly, and then he got to go to Tennessee. He got to go to Nashville, where we had the game in Murfreesboro. So this year is going to be Palm Beach, Florida, Delray, in Delray County. So, or Delray in Palm Beach County. So that's going to be a lot of fun. That's in November, but in the end of July, the last weekend of July into the first week of August is when we head to Pigeon Forge in Tennessee with our travel team. But to finish the question you were asking, Harrison, we're hopefully going to have at least the Camden County Miracle League from Cherry Hill come up and visit us again. We just couldn't get the timing to work out for this past fall, but Art is our good friend down there, and he's gonna bring a team up so that we can have some fun. Maybe this spring. We'll see when that happens.
Are we? And they're not obviously going to stay in a hotel or anything.
Possibly, we might be able to possibly do that. That's going to come down to how long we want them. Maybe we can have them come up and stay for a night, and then we can do something fun here together. And honor those players. It would be obviously much cheaper to do something like that. You don't have to worry about their transportation going across the country. They're only driving 35 minutes up 295 to our field.
They could still charter a bus, but I don't think they would do a hotel like John Hill did.
Yeah, who knows? They might come on their own. They might charter a bus. We could always figure out the details on that, but I think that would be something that's fun.
Do we have any other Miracle Leagues that we would do something like they would stay in a hotel, or is it like
there are a lot of Miracle Leagues that we're very close with now that we communicate and partner with. So it's just a matter of making the connection, finding the dates to put it together, and making it happen. So always working. We'll see what comes together. But at least for now, we have the big one set, July 29th.
Yeah. Are we going to fly or drive down to Pigeon Forge?
We'll see. We're leaving every option open, and there's going to be a lot of conversation once I get those details and I know the exact costs from Tim and the guys in Pigeon Forge. We'll start moving forward with those plans. I feel like we might be able to at least maybe fly some of the team. Maybe we split it. We have some take bus, some fly. We'll see. Cole, you're participating in winter workouts too, coming up in just under a week and a half here.
Winter workouts?
Yeah, remember we're gonna be back at the batting cages at Trenton Thunder.
Yeah,
were you
got enough at school?
Were you on top of taking some swings and getting some work in yourself? You've also volunteered for us in the past, which you did a really good job. You actually helped me out big time last year, and you're going to do it again this year. Is almost like a coach helped me out there in the batting cages. I look forward to that.
Yeah.
You do a really good job.
Thank you. I really do appreciate that. I honestly really very much do.
It seems like you have a lot of fun when you're helping the other kids along too.
Yeah, I'm great with kids. What can I say? I'm great. Trust me, the little ones love me even more. Hold on.
I do think that once we have all the South Hill stuff, not the South Hill stuff, but all the
information.
We should have someone who I think we should have Tim on to kind of discuss what the stuff is, like come up with it. I mean,
we can definitely see if we can get him on. The only thing with Tim now is he lives on the West Coast. He's living up in Seattle area. Which is fine. We're just going to have to deal with a 3-hour time difference now. Cole, is that from Mario Brothers?
Yeah,
Super Mario Brothers.
This is a little.
Wait,
so Piranha Plant.
I love those things.
He lives in Washington, but so who's doing the South Hills thing now?
So Tim is still the executive director. He's just working remotely, and he flies out there to help assist with the games. But he has Miranda, if you remember, as his assistant director. She runs the day-to-day. He's doing a lot of grant writing and fundraising for the league, and he can do that remotely from his new home in Seattle, which is where his wife's family is originally from, if I have that right. So they're out there where her family's there, and they can help raise the kids and have a nice little time up there in the Pacific Northwest.
That would be nice. But I do want to have someone so we can kind of talk about, like, what are you guys going to do? What are we going to do? I would think that we're going to follow their same itinerary and all that. But
most likely, but again, we'll get all that information soon, and we'll see. Hopefully we'll be able to get Tim to come on, or maybe even Sean too, if he's not too busy. He runs around. He's doing a lot these days. The mayor.
Going back onto another staple of the American League American County Baseball Brain podcast, let's pull up some burning questions. AKA.
All right, Harrison, go ahead. What do you got, Harrison?
The question is, Sandy Koufax's 1.37 career ERA at Dodger Stadium is the best by a pitcher at any ballpark since 1920, at a minimum of 500 IP.
Innings pitched, yep.
Innings pitched. What active pitcher is second?
What active pitcher? Okay. Is this for Dodger Stadium?
Well, the answer, it's not a Dodger.
It's not a Dodger, so it's not Dodger Stadium. Okay. But it's... okay. All right. This is going to be tricky. I don't know. Jacob deGrom?
Hey, yeah, it's right.
There you go.
That's the first time that you've gotten the new set of trivia questions right.
I had to buy some time with that explanation for Cole. I was trying to use my brain. I was going, who is that dominant of a pitcher? And the only one who came to mind that would be close was Jacob deGrom.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Obviously,
it's Jacob deGrom with a 2.10 ERA at Citi Field.
That's pretty amazing. You're basically giving up only 2 runs every time you go out there. That's going to make your team's going to win, you would think, if you give up only 2 runs. Good question.
Yes, good question.
They say the burning question.
The burning question.
Because I get them from MLB.com, so every day MLB will release a new trivia question.
It's a good source, bud. If you're going to do it, might as well do it right from the real source, MLB.com. Not bad.
So without further ado, do we have anything else to talk about?
We covered a lot today. You know, we talked. You went through some of those statistics to see how we did this year with our podcast, and I'm excited for you guys. I'm glad that we have Cole here now. We got to introduce Cole and have some fun with him today. We talked about the travel tournament coming up. We talked about spring baseball coming back. April 1st is opening day.
And that's not an April Fool's joke.
It's not an April Fool's joke. Like I said, April 1st is opening day, and then our winter workouts start next Monday. Not next Monday, the following. So the January 9th, and we go right through the end of February with that. So everything is coming back. You know, we start a new year and we get the ball rolling. It's 2023 Miracle League. We had some time off here with the holidays. Time to kick it back in. Let's go.
Let's go. Baby.
Baseball is great and I want to play it so much, but it's hard for me. Sometimes it can be too tough. I'd give anything just to come up to the plate and swing. Then I heard about a really cool thing coming to our town. They're gonna build a field so kids like me can get around. Everybody's pitching in, looks like we're gonna win. It's a miracle to me. I'm playing baseball, it's a sight to see. We got it all under the lights. I'm a star tonight. Looks like I'm living the dream, 'cause I'm playing on the Miracle League. I'm playing baseball, it's a sight to see. We got it all under the lights. I'm a star